Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Morning Hustle. Is a man who has been feeding the masses for a long time, and as of August 19th, he is closing the book on a legendary chapter, but there's more stories to tell. Ladies and gentlemen, Tank is in the building right now. What's up, my G?
Woo!
Say it isn't so, my brother. Your 10th and final album?
10th and final album. 10th and
I'm
final album.
no, Tank. I'm so sad about this. And I know like you have expressed what you've been going through, but when I tell you as soon as I put your album on, when I say incredible music, like true R&B, great music. It's like I can't imagine us not being able to get another Tank album. Come on.
I mean, you'll maybe get some more Tank music, but I gotta build the label.
Yeah.
I gotta grab these new artists, these new writers, these new producers. I gotta give them the game, and I gotta give them direction, and I gotta give us an opportunity. Like we don't have any gatekeepers in the R&B space
Right.
that actually do R&B music.
That's
Indeed.
true.
And
Like,
and it's crazy how it goes full circle, Tank, because like we've seen you play a music exec on TV,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's now art turning into real life.
It's that man who gave me my first two checks at 17,005 a piece that I played, Gerald Busby, that started my career in LA, that started my life in LA. You know what I mean? So, following in those footsteps, following in Babyface's footsteps, LA Reid's footsteps, where they were able to build an R&B label because they knew the R&B pedigree firsthand.
Yes.
They knew it firsthand. They were writers and producers firsthand. They could tell you how to do it. They knew the landscape. They had stood in front of those lights and performed on those stages. And
And
that's
you
what we need now.
And you've always been ahead of the curve when it came to new artists. And sometimes people just wasn't aware that you were involved in certain situations. I remember being in LA and one of the people that told me you helped them drastically was Problem. And you were kind of instrumental when it came to certain things, but he did say that he owed a lot of credit to you. You also was involved with certain female artists that you were pushing, female rappers ever since what was the name of that show on oh God. You
Sisterhood of hip hop.
Sisterhoods of Hip
Yeah,
Hop. You've
yeah,
always
yeah,
been to help the younger artists, the newer artists. And is that because you see that there's a void right there and that you can help fill that?
yeah. I see that there's a disconnect between our generation and the new generation.
Yeah.
Um, and the older generation, a lot of these guys, they just want homage paid to them. They just want all due respect. You know what I mean? Without without extending anything. And then the younger generation is like, this is the rebellious, reckless generation. They're like, we don't need y'all. We got social media, whatever.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so somebody's got to drop the ego. You know what I mean? Somebody has to be the bigger person, and I put that responsibility on us as the elders. You know what I mean? To swallow our pride. Okay, we got some accomplishments, but what have you done lately? What have you done
Yeah.
right now? What have you done, yesterday or today to help push the culture forward, or to help some young R&B artist or somebody struggling with the game? How have you helped him? What have you done? You know what I mean? So I don't want to stand on ceremony. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to celebrate where I've been and the things that I've done. I want to be responsible for right now. You know what I mean? I want to help
Yeah.
right now. So that's why I stay connected to Chris Brown. I stay connected to Trey Songz. I stay connected to Jacquees. I stay connected to Rotimi. Like, if you need me, I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
here.
it's
Like,
it's beautiful to see that you're a bridge builder. Because
yeah,
there's some people, like you said, will stand on their accolades and their laurels. And you've even reached out to younger artists. I saw a situation play out where, like, Young Blue was a little wild disrespectful, like in regards to a feature request. Have y'all had like any conversations like offline that is,
absolutely.
kind of smooth things out?
Absolutely. He even posted something online because, when I went to Drink Champs, I spoke on him.
Mm-hmm.
And 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 here's the thing about, like, intent. If if you mean no disrespect, if you mean no harm, you have to maintain that, right?
Yeah.
And so even when he kind of lashed out, I knew why he was doing it. It wasn't necessarily about me. There was just a lot going on for him at the time, and him being discredited for what he is and the success that he's having. You know what I mean? And so me coming along as an OG, that he probably, he's like, man, I look up to you, man. And my words probably didn't feel the nicest, although my intent was not to disturb or disrespect. And so, you know, I made it a point to clean that up with him, like, my brother, I meant you no disrespect. It was not about you. And we were able to, have that conversation and come to a common ground where we back agreeing. I'm like, and you know what I'm
Good.
saying? He was, and
Yeah.
he hit me. He was like, yeah, bro. And I didn't mean that about the record. The record is hot. I was just, I was, I love the record. We got to get one. So, it's those conversations. It's those moments that we as elders got to be able to navigate. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, I, I don't. There's nothing to gain by me trying to be mad. At my brother Young. Like, what do I gain from that? Trying to step on him or say he's not this or not that? No way. I'm gonna encourage that brother to shoot for the stars, to
Yeah.
be as good and amazing at what you do as humanly possible. And guess what? If you need me, I'm there.
Yeah.
I
That's
am
love.
there.
And
So
you did speak out about features though at one point in time, because when you did have that altercation, it was a situation, it was a issue of you getting features from different artists, or you feeling a little bit disrespected. But on R&B Money, it seems like you got some of the best features that I've heard in quite some time, with Chris Brown, with Vito, with Rotimi, with Feather, with Jay
Jay
Valentine, of
Valentine.
course.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and we see how you are able to maneuver, but still everybody is going to your sound. It's not like, one thing about Tank's always had his own sound. It's not like you got Chris Brown on the record, now you doing a Chris Brown record. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
will say, when it comes to Chris Brown, was it a little easier to get him to give you that feature after you co-signed that football player and saying that he was better than Michael Jackson? Or more
No, I mean,
talented, more talented.
no, Chris. I mean, me and Chris been rocking since he was 14 years old. Like,
Yeah.
that's really family. So, anything we do together is really organic. It's really not business by any means. But in like, for me, for features are like, let's just do something dope. It's
Yeah.
not
Mhm.
it's not any need, or out of trying to figure out how to one up on anybody. It's just like, hey man, like, you're dope, I'm dope, let's do something together. And
Right.
I just think that the conversations around those things could be navigated better. Like, if you don't want to do it, just say you don't want to do it.
That's right.
I got tough skin. You know what I'm saying? Like, like
Yeah.
like you too old. I don't want to be on no record with you. Like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Some
We can
people
get.
I think is intimidated because we know that vocal range is off the chain, like how Tyrese even said vocally, I'm not going to, like, I went toe to toe and I lost, but song for song, he said with the whole versus situation, he feels like he got it. Now
Tell
he did
Tyrese
turn
stop
down
it.
the verses.
Tell Tyrese to stop it. Tell tell Tell
See,
Tyrese to stop it.
I was
One
just
one
wondering because I
one
think
thing
you
you got to
got
know
him.
about Tyrese is, if he know he can win, oh, he gonna stand on it all the way on it.
Mhm.
He ain't standing right now. He's sitting down.
I know. So it feels like he still should. You should be coming for that smoke for verses, because when you came out on that versus stage with Amorion, it seemed like you blew everybody away, even though the competition was kind of cricket.
No, I mean, I think I was just there in celebration, like a really great record that that I had wrote and produced, for my guy Omarion,
Right.
and Mario's my guy too. So it's like,
Mhm.
you know, uh, Pleasure Peace, my guy. Valentino's my guy. All these guys are my guys. You know what I'm saying? Sammy's my guy. So it's like, trying to pick a dog in that fight is just absolutely impossible. I just wanted everybody to do their best, but more importantly, I just wanted them to be seen. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of what kind of conversation people were having about them afterwards, the fact is those numbers went through the roof.
It's true.
And
Yeah.
those kids were seen, and now we got RSVP, now we got Mario doing more shows, and now we got and putting out records, and now we got Omarion doing more shows and putting out books and doing more. Like,
Yeah.
they just need a chance to be seen. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
people
Yeah.
wondered that, Tank. They wondered why you would agree to come out during that. They said you were kind of above that online. That's what a
No,
lot of
well,
people
no, I
thought.
was what I was above was, like, when Mario tried me, you know what I'm saying, coming to the front of
Yeah.
stage and
Yeah.
trying to go at me with his, his little run that could. I was I was like, bro, this is not my verses. You don't have we are not going to go back and forth. I'm not getting
Right.
paid for this.
Right.
And
Okay.
I'm not getting paid for this. But if they do pay me,
You
I,
up there?
and you're here, you will get this work. That's what I just.
Okay. Now, Tank, I gotta say, man, we're running out of time, but the new single and video "Slow" with
Yeah,
Jay Valentine.
yeah,
Crazy.
Didn't know that was the get people pregnant in the strip club anthem that
yeah,
we needed.
yeah,
Also, you
yeah,
have the number one podcast, the number one
Yes.
music podcast in the world right now with R&B Money. Big ups to that.
yeah.
But also for people who really don't know the full range of Tank's talent, you you're kind of at a fork in the road where you can actually walk through all three of the paths. You funny as hell. You should be
Thank
doing
Yeah.
stand up on the low,
He
bro.
you. I
does
do
do
do stand
stand
up.
up.
I
You
mean,
didn't
but
know
I'm
that?
saying like we want to see you in sitcoms and out there
Yeah,
more, man.
yeah.
So how can we get that itch scratched and like get to see you more in that space? Or what do you have in the pipeline, for the people?
Well, that's part of it. That's the other part, as to why I need that time, you know what I mean, and get out of these album cycles and tour cycles, so that I can get my audition on, you know what I'm saying? And, if they don't want to give me their roles, hell, we'll write it and create it ourselves and,
I
Hell
know
yeah.
and
that's
shoot
right.
it and pitch it to Netflix or Hulu and do that type of thing. So, I need more time to do that. Like I was walking down the street the other day here in New York and I heard somebody scream, Denzel Jr. Jr. And I was like, they got to be talking about me. You know what I'm saying? I turned around and looked. And says like, can we get a picture with you, Denzel Jr. Jr.? And I was like, absolutely. You can get a picture with me. You know what I'm saying? So they know
Yeah.
it's coming. They know the movie blockbusters coming. If
They
you
know
ask
that's right.
Lifetime, TV One, or BET, I'm a superstar on those channels. Okay, so don't hate
Hmm.
on me. All right,
That's right.
it's coming. All right, the
You
big
you
screen is
also have
coming.
to link up with Jamie Foxx. I seen y'all at Live together the other day, and you did like an impromptu performance. And he's also going to be at your jam going down this week in LA. But like, do you get pointers from him when it comes to the comedy stuff, or y'all just stick to the music?
I mean, I've been getting pointers from him for close to 20 years by just being there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, while everybody else was just partying, and drinking, I was taking notes.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And so being around an entity like Jamie Foxx, if you don't learn anything, then you've just completely wasted your time.
That's
And
right.
so like a lot of what you see from me from the comedic side, that's Jamie Foxx. I'm not gonna lie to you and say I didn't steal it. I stole it. Yes. I stole it. I told him I stole it, and I'm using just like he stole my goatee on the Unpredictable album cover. You know what I'm saying? I stole his comedic timing and just everything great comedy about him, man. He
Maybe
was
we could call it tankification. It's kind of like
yeah.
gentrification, but
Yeah.
it's tankification. Now, you know, album is dropping August 19th. You say it's your last joint. I don't want to believe you, but let's just say if there was like, the last time you was ever to grab the mic and sing, what would your last song be?
Maybe I deserve.
I deserve exactly. And you sample it. Was that like a part two tank
Yeah,
on R&B Money? Is this part two? Because
yeah,
I see it's
yeah,
called I Deserve Too. So I was like, did he put I Deserve on here? And I went right to it. And I was like, oh wait, this is I Deserve Too.
yeah. Sampled it and just before some youngin sample it and get
Period.
the money from my record. I'm gonna sample it and keep all the money myself. Yeah.
You know you dope when you can sample your own record and kill it again.
Or you've been around a long time. But
Or that
you've
too.
There's nothing wrong with that, Tank. There's nothing wrong with that. But yo, brother, I feel like you're about to be single-handedly responsible for raising the birth rate. This
yeah,
new album has
Again.
yeah.
tons of vibes, energies, and baby-making energy on the album. Yo, man, we love him. We appreciate you, and we can't wait to see what your next move is going to be because we know it's your best move, bro.
Right. Now, Tank, really quickly though, I do want to ask you what's going on with your health as far as your hearing, because I know that was something you was dealing with. Did you find some sort of solution? Did any kind of thing updates
I mean, the
from
tough
that?
part is that there is no solution. So,
Yeah.
um, you just gotta wait. I mean, there are surgical solutions which are permanent solutions,
Yeah.
and I just want to give my body a chance to heal on its own. I'm just believing in a miracle that I'll get my hearing back in my right ear. The vertigo's gone. You know what I mean?
Good.
So,
Right.
that that's a blessing, and like I said, I just if these are the tools I have to work with, it is what it is. We still got to build this house,
Well,
and
Tank, we praying for
we're
you
gonna
for
keep
real,
pushing.
like
Yeah,
always. We love you,
Yep.
And we hope that something happens, some kind of miracle for
I'm
sure.
claiming
Anybody
it.
can defy the odds, you can, man.
Thank you,
R&B
brother.
Money is the album. Be sure you support that.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
stream it, but we want you to buy it, man. Drop
Yes.
some money in the pot and support a icon living. One time for Tank,
Thank you,
y'all.
my brother. Appreciate you, my
Much
lady.
love, my G.
We are the morning hustle.